Alright, back for a first round on the play, which is good. With a keepable hand, which is good. Need a third land if I want to be doing stuff, but I have a 2-mana removal. If I don't draw my land right away, it can buy me a bit of time. And if I do, I should be in fine shape. Fumigate, interesting. Might shape my gameplay around that card. Key to the city, okay, I don't love seeing that. Key to the city makes you want to play aggressively because given the loot ability, the opponent's gonna win the late game if they got there. If they get there, I should rather say. Yeah. Of course. I feel like the Herald is the weakest card we have here. Yep. I got 2 land, I think it was fine, but turns out it isn't. We might still be able to get the opponent with impeccable timing, but I don't really love how this is going. At least they don't have a ton of pressure right now. I'm not even gonna timing that. If I have to discard, it's kinda clunky, but I hope I can draw a freaking land. Okay, we kinda got there. I'm gonna drop that with a counter on itself. This way you can block. And it's better for the armor craft judge. My opponent is gonna start to loot at some point, which is annoying, but it be what it be. It be what it be. Iron League Steed. Well, if they make a token, they can ping me for 4, but they cannot re-attack. Well, I guess they can key to the city. They did not key to the city. Come on, deck, please give me some things to work with. If I don't draw land soon enough, I'm just gonna die to the pinging things. It bothers me. You haven't built a sweet deck though, I mean. Fireweaver deck. Seems sweet. I've been really impressed with Key to the City. I think it's a very, very, very good card. Making things unblockable is fine. It's not always great, but sometimes there's a little bit of board stall, so it's gonna win you the game. Sometimes you can apply a bit of pressure early on and then it wins you the game too. Wheelmaker. Okay. So that's what they are trying to do. Wheelmaker, Fireweaver. Maven is crazy. I think we'll try to hit them with the probably with the artisan and see what they want. They will probably take 3, that's my guess. I will not armor craft judge very soon either way, so if they wanna sure. Not really what I expected. I might just not fumigate very often. I mean very soon. I'm gonna wild wanderer here either way, that was my plan. I wanna get my island and I wanna go up to 5 mana. Yeah, it looks like my opponent really wanna go to the late game with Wheelmaker and those Fireweaver. Oh, Reprisal, that's really bad. I guess it makes the fumigate easier now though. We'll probably fumigate now. Those Fireweaver, I think I mean I get just a 2-for-1, but I think it's kinda good. The Fireweaver are annoying, they are gonna deal a fair amount of damage with the Wheelmaker, and I have no creature into the battlefield yet, so it feels fine. Self-assembler. It's kinda weird to see a red-white deck that really tries to go to the late game apparently. Like, I don't know, it's not really what I would expect from a red-white deck. But since we got stuck on land for ages, I think we are losing pretty badly now. Could have played my Fumigate a bit differently. The fact that they have so good tools to beat me in the late game means I think that I don't really want to slow roll it though. Well, we kind of have to make some blocks here. I know they are gonna cast another one and then maybe another one and another one, but what can I do? My opponent should wait until their next main phase. I have not seen Okay, their deck seems pretty insane. What do we want to do? I think I kinda like casting the Harrier. It blocks their creature pretty well. Makes give me a bit of power. And then maybe we want to flood the board a little bit and kill them with Cultivator of Blade somehow. It's gonna be tough though, because before I can flood the board, they will have quite a bunch of creatures out too. Aerial Responder, okay, not good. And it's a dwarf, really? Come on. Come on. At least it doesn't look like my opponent has removal. I mean, they might, but... I think it's quite safe to Fairground Warden, the Aerial Responder, and then attack with the Harrier. Well, yeah, I have an impeccable timing, and I feel like my opponent has a really good late game, so I don't really want to let them go to that late game, so I feel like I should be aggressive, even though it's kind of weird because I'm at 13 and they were at 20. Well, let's see if they use the ability first. The fact that I timing or not might change the fact that they want to use that or not too, so I think I might as well do it. Okay, they got nothing. And they left 4 mana available to cast a what's the name of that thing? A self-assembler. So if I kill that, they might not be able to cast that, but it's likely that they have a land in hand either way. And even if I deprive them, I mean, even if I make them unable to cast the thing, they can still Wheelmaker. So I feel like I should just timing the Pala, which I feel is much more threatening, or at least attend to and see what they can do. Okay, nothing. I'm just gonna take 3. Certainly not double blocking. Now they are gonna cast a self-assembler. Let's see if they have some more. No, that was the last one. Okay, that's a good news, I guess. So now if I cast the Cultivator of Blade, I put my opponent under more pressure, and that might force them to play a bit more defensively, which I like. Like if they try to beat down, they get hit for really a bunch next turn. So I think this is kind of good, and then I can Armorcraft Judge and maybe draw a card. I'm gonna Fabricate on itself. Because here if my opponent beats down, well, sure, I go down to 3 and then I attack for what? 6, 10, 14, 17? Unless they have a Rimvolt, that really puts them into a defensive stance, which I like. And I think if they had a Rimvolt, this would have gotten killed already. They might have top deck, or they might top deck a Rimvolt, but okay, they keep being aggressive, interestingly enough. The issue if I take the damage here is that I die to Key to the City next turn, so I feel like I kind of have to jump block. And if they attack, they probably have something. Okay, interesting. Let's lead with Judge and see what happens. If they have a Rimvolt for the Cultivator, they should use it now. Okay. They might just block with Wheelmaker. If they have impeccable timing, they can answer this ability by killing then they get back an Aerial Responder. But they get hit for 9 in the process, and then I can just block here, go down to 1. I mean, I feel like the only question is, should I attack with the Warden? I think like I should. They might just have nothing too, and maybe they are just on chump block mode with Wheelmaker. Okay, nothing happened. Okay, so if I had kept the 1-1, they would have died right away? What's going on? Yeah, making a 1-1, sure. If they have a Rimvol, I die. But I think if they had a Rimvol, it would have been used on the Cultivator Blade last turn. And here, using a Rimvol and attacking for lethal is not very safe, because then you die on the backswing if I have any sort of way to kill your things. Alright, sure. So they have 2 points of burn, I guess. Or a +2/+2 trick. No trick. Some sort of burn, I would assume. Pyrohelix, probably. Yeah, Pyrohelix would make sense because there was nothing they could kill with it. Or Reprisal. Yeah, that's the same thing, pretty much. My opponent just got there, but it was a close game. I mean, if I had not chump block, they would have make a token to block. And I would have died just from the key afterwards, so nothing I could have done here. My opponent deck seems pretty insane. It's kind of weird to see Wheelmaker in a control deck, but I mean in a red-white beatdown deck, but oh well. I haven't seen any revoke privileges yet, so I think I'm just gonna keep the deck this way. Creeping Mold seems kind of good here, though. What would I cut for that? I don't really know. Nothing I want to cut, honestly. I guess I can cut the Goggle. They showed 2 powerful artifact that wins you the late game if they survive, so seems like Creeping Mold should do a bit of work. And they might have some revoke privileges and stuff like that too. Okay, I'm gonna keep that. Feel like last game I would have won without too much issues if I had hit my land drops, because my opponent actually did not have a lot of pressure early on, and the 3-2 would have been able, I should say, probably, I think it is, would have had been able to attack pretty efficiently. If they play a 1-3 here, it's annoying, but it'd be what it be. I'm gonna play that with a counter for the judge and beat down for 2. Roar! The servos are beating down. So I guess now probably they are gonna play something that can block the servos. Tepala maybe. Foundry Inspector. Alright, let's draw a card and most likely beat down with the Artisan. I'm happy to make the trade. They might not want to make the trade though, because they can cast a 4/4 next turn. Yeah, they do have the self-assemblers. Oh well. We could boot one of our creature next turn and attack and trade. That doesn't seem great because they will get another 4/4. Okay, we drew Fairground Warden, which I think makes things simpler. I would have cast the Harrier otherwise, but now I kinda like stealing that. Playing Seed Sculptor. My opponent showed some 2 damage removal and not 3 damage removal, so I feel like I should just boost the servo so I can beat down with more. I'm gonna attack with everything. If they want to block the servo and go down to 7, fine. But I think they want to trade with a 3/3 instead. Okay, another assembler. Makes sense. Now if I attack with everything, they eat my Artisan and go down to 5. Or they eat my Warden if I attack with it and go down to 2. And then the Harrier is lethal. I think it's worse. It's kind of weird to suicide attack a Fairground Warden, but my opponent did not show any way to deal with a Harrier or to gain life really last game. I guess I could have aerial responder, but then they have to chump block. Yeah, they blocked here, which doesn't surprise me, actually. Now I'm gonna drop that thing, which is pretty lethal. And, I mean, it's not lethal on its own, but if they just play they need 2 blocker or a Rimvol, basically. I mean, 1 Rimvol is not enough, even if they kill the Warden, because they will have 2 blockers and they need 3 blocker. I think my opponent's pretty dead at that point. I had a pretty aggressive beatdown draw. There are a decent amount of cards that save them, and some that really wrecks me. Like a Fumigate of their own here would really completely destroy me, because they get back their self-assembler and I have nothing. That would be extremely bad. But turns out we got there. Yeah, given what I've seen, I still don't think there's anything I want to change. Pretty happy about the creeping mold over the goggles, but other than that, I think it is it. I mean, goggles are pretty good against red because they let you dodge a bunch of removal spell. And creeping mold on the draw is slightly less appealing. My opponent did not show any flyer, so maybe Greensleeve Artisan is not the best. It's not exactly... well, it blocks the Thopter pretty well. I've been unimpressed with Servo Exhibition, but I feel like I should keep some 2-drops. Yeah, they have enough artifact where creeping mold is really solid, I think. Now I don't see what I can cut. For the goggles. Maybe the Gyropor guy? No, it should be the Herald of the Fair. Or I guess Acrobatic Maneuver. Yeah, I've seen very few Rimvol and absolutely no Revoke privileges. So I think I'm gonna play the goggles over the maneuver. Maybe it's wrong. Who knows? But goggles are pretty good at letting you dodge things like Furious Reprisal or maybe even Welding Spark if they have that. So I kind of like that. I like that curve. Turn 2, turn 3, turn 4s. Good, good, good. I drew my second white. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Not the most aggressive hand, but a fine hand nonetheless. Armor Craft Judge would be a very good draw here. As it would draw me a couple cards. My opponent still has nothing. Yeah, it feels weird because I really have some sort of late game white-red deck. You would expect white-red to be super aggressive, but my opponent just choose to build the white-red control deck. Since they are on low play and my start was kind of slow, that might just work very well for them here. Propeller Pioneer. An annoying card to play against. I guess I have a blocker. I could attack, but I feel like it's kind of weak. I'm just gonna drop a 4/4. Seems pretty good to me. Again, red tends to have mostly burn spells, so making some huge creature is good. If they play a self-assembler, it's annoying, but the good news is that they have only... okay, they just killed the thing right away. Right away, it died. Put a card on bottom. Okay, good news for us. We'll definitely block here. If they have a burn spell, I don't really care. And here I guess we want a Wild Wanderer for a blue and hope we don't draw too many more lands. Well, we have 2 removals in hand. I mean 3 removals. So it doesn't feel like it's gonna go too bad for us, but if my opponent just start playing some self-assembler, I'm gonna be like, well, annoying. Furious Reprisal. Alright, alright. Could have played around that by not blocking, but that seems kinda bad in general. And I still have way more than enough ways to deal with the Pioneer, so I'm gonna play my other land, because if they have something I might want to double Impeccable Timing. It's not super likely, but like if they +2/+2, I pretty much want to be able to. If they start playing some self-assembler, I'm gonna be unhappy. Those are more beatable. 1 red available, so I feel like Hunt the Weak is pretty safe. That being said, we'll Fairground Warden the Depala first. I think Depala is less threatening than the Aerial Responder, so actually I want to make sure the Responder die and maybe let them with Depala. That's the plan here. But for one red, there's nothing they can do, because the red trick can only target attacking creatures. Oh no, no self-assembler, please. I was winning that game before. Ay ay ay. Fumigate. Okay, that's interesting, we shall say. I think we'll take the damage, maybe let my opponent overextend, then at some point I can chump block with Fairground Warden and then Fumigate. I will not play any creature anymore. At least that's the plan. I will block now. Go down to 12, see if they want to play some more creatures. If they don't, it's kind of annoying, but yeah. I don't think they will. My opponent saw Fumigate, and it looks like they are the kind of person who plays pretty safely, so... And it's pretty obvious that I have something now, so I don't know. I could Impeccable Timing here, but I will not. I will just Fumigate those, and... Looks like my opponent is playing wisely and don't want to overextend. So yeah, I will just like, there's no point in trying. If they are playing wisely, they will play wisely until the end, so. Visionary Augmenter. Don't care about that one too much. Goggle was a pretty good draw. It's gonna make all my creature much more stronger and annoying from now on. Salivating Gremlins. Okay, I like Creeping Mole. Give me a bit of protection against something like Wheeler Maker. I can use that. I can make that a 3/5, which is really solid at blocking their stuff. And then play a 3/2. And now we have a pretty even board. I have 2 solid Removal spells in my hand. Our HP are pretty close. It's gonna be an interesting game. Reckless Fireweaver does not do a whole lot. Okay, I guess we can make that. We can target itself, attack, and then they have to either take 3 or trade with the 4/3, which is not great for them. We could have equipped the Goggle first, but then we have to equip on the Seed Sculptor back. And then we cannot hold Impeccable Timing, which I don't love, because now, well, I'm gonna block. And now we can probably get 2 for 1. It's not really a 2-for-1, but I'm gonna let them choose what they want to do with fabricate first, because I'd rather see a 2-2 and some 1-1s, even though I take some damage from the other thing. Now if they have a trick of their own here, it's pretty bad, but otherwise we should be fine. Yeah. It's not really a 2-for-1, but it was not bad for us either. Okay, that was a very good top deck. And now they cannot reblock my creatures anymore, which is really good. So yeah, we'll beat down for 3. Then we'll get a 4 or 5 Cultivator of Blade, and then we can make our entire block unblockable and just one-shot them. How many lands do I have? 8. Yeah, I need 1 more land to do that, basically. But the point is, Cultivator is an Artificer, so it's gonna... I can move the goggles right away. And I'm certainly not blocking with the Cultivator or whatever they might attack with. And now they need some sort of big creature, otherwise they just get one-shot. If I don't have a land, they still take 11, which is a lot. But I think this is game over. Like, Cultivator was the best draw at that point. Oh, that's disgusting. My opponent got horrendously flooded. Ugh. 12 lands. Yeah, probably the main reason why we won. Alright, unfortunate, but we got there. I guess I had some mana issues game 1 myself. This is how the game goes. Yeah, that was game 1. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you for the next round.